of the Washington Monument again.
Download the Fox 5 News app and stay ahead.
Making a YouTube playing GTA. So I'm about to go to my garage.
Making a YouTube.
I had to go to my garage.
Oh, hello, bud.
Are all retinol serums
Sure
created
y'all
equal?
call.
No.
Wait,
New number 7 advanced retinol light concentrate from America's number
I
one.
just
Five times more retinol than the number one retinol serum. To be gentle on your skin, delivering the combined power of retinol and Trixil 3000 Plus. Results after just 1 night. 5 times more retinol than the number one retinol serum. New number 7 advanced retinol light concentrate. Number 7. What's that?
New Snuggle Super Care should help keep these clothes looking newer for a long time.
They still look amazing.
Fight color fade with new Snuggle Super Care fabric conditioner. Experience the radically redesigned Nissan Sentra. Shop at NissanUSA.com.
Your cat put a price on David.
Well, tell them to your outfit.
This is your outfit.
Shit's Creek at 9:30 p.m. on Fox 5 Plus.
Get ready for some new rules and new rulings.
I've got skills.
The Faith Chickens runs Divorce Corner.
Weekdays at 10 a.m. on Fox 5 Plus.
Welcome back to Dateline. I'm Natalie Morales. April and Michael Holton were dead. Their son was charged with murdering them. Madison told police he ran to the neighbors for help while his parents argued. But investigators were not buying his story, forming their own theory instead. Friends and family were choosing sides. And we sat down with the team to hear what he said did and did not happen. Here again is Josh Mankiewicz with 11 minutes.
There is no more High School Confidential. When a senior is charged with double murder, that is on every iPhone in class.
I'm on Snapchat all the time. So when I'm scrolling through Snapchat, and then you see his mugshot pop up on Daily Mail, and you click through, and then he's next to Kim Kardashian. That in itself was absolutely crazy for me, for my classmates, like all of us. And I knew, like, he wasn't capable of that. But, you know, a lot of people had opposite opinions, like, oh, well, they wouldn't have put him in jail if they didn't have evidence to lead towards him, or he wouldn't be staying in there so long if there wasn't something pointing towards him.
The sheriff believed that when Madison realized his parents were about to take him to juvenile court, he killed them, and then lied about it to investigators. The sheriff also believed some time in jail might encourage Madison to come clean.
There's a lot of people that come to jail, and there's a lot of people that profess their innocence, and they've been found guilty, or later they pretty much profess their guilt no matter what they did.
That, however, did not happen. Not as the teenager sat in the county lockup. And not when he sat down to talk with us. Did you shoot your parents?
No.
Either one of them?
No.
You ever have your hands on that gun that day?
No.
You hear any gunshots when you were on your way over to the neighbor?
No, I didn't.
Under advice of counsel, Madison wouldn't talk specifics about the day of the shootings. He did tell us his story of how his family started to fall apart.
Whenever things started to fall down, it just got worse and worse.
Did you tell there was tension in the house?
Yeah. Sometimes I could, sometimes I couldn't. Sometimes they would be giving each other the silent treatment. Sometimes they would be arguing in front of us. But most of the time it's more of like behind closed doors.
He says the Holton house became an unpleasant place to live.
I wanted to go do my own thing, and that included partying, smoking pot, and stuff like that. So I mean, I couldn't do it at home when my parents were around. So I decided to go other places.
After his parents separated, Madison lived with his dad and was present when his father discovered April had a new boyfriend.
He like freaked out, and then he called her. And was like going off on her about it.
Saying what?
It was like, I need you. Like, I can't live without you. Stuff like that. And whenever we got back home, I had never seen my dad cry before, but
remembering all of this sitting in jail, months and months, contemplating the past.
You wrote people letters,
Yeah, apologizing.
in some cases, for things you've done.
Yeah.
Dear Hannah, I know it's kind of weird getting a letter from me right now. But I opened it up and I just remember like I literally got chills because like it was stamped like Elmer County Jail on like a red stamp. And so like I'm reading this letter and you know like in the letter he like apologizes for something that happened like back in 9th grade. Just because he wanted to like apologize to everybody that he had wronged. I guess like he was just reflecting on a lot of stuff. And every person I've written, I've told the exact same thing. I'm not a murderer. I don't know if you believe me or not, but I'm not. I couldn't kill anybody. And then like in the end, he put a Bible verse. So like that just showed me like in the midst of like this situation that you're in, like you're trying to encourage other people. So it was just like really crazy to see that.
I was just thinking about the light at the end of the tunnel, you know. My favorite Bible verse is Jeremiah 29:11. It's like, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future.
You still thought you had a future.
I knew I had a future.
Madison's prison, though, was the four walls of a cell. Time in jail did not motivate him to confess the crimes he says he didn't commit. His story never changed from the one he told the night his parents were shot.
I think I asked like 3 or 4 times for a polygraph. I just want to be set up for a polygraph test, honestly. Like, as soon as y'all can do it, I want a polygraph test.
Generally, guilty people do not ask for polygraphs.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lie detector test. I mean, yeah, some people can find a flaw in that. Some people can beat it even when they are lying. But I mean, I was 17 years old. I mean, I didn't know nothing about it. I just knew it was a lie detector test.
That polygraph never happened, and Madison remained a teenager facing 2 murder raps. Law enforcement was lined up against him. His mom's family felt differently. They saw Madison behind bars as just another tragedy.
I told him on day one, the only role he played in this case was the fact that he threw a house party. But you don't put somebody in prison for life for throwing a house party.
Mike hadn't even known Madison well before all of this.
Before everything happened, I never really had like more than like a 5-minute conversation with him. But whenever I got to the jail, I mean, we'd sit there and talk on the phone until the time ran up on the phone.
And he was pretty solid in his corner.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
And Mike was going to make sure his nephew didn't spend his life locked up. He had worked as a police officer and was now hunting for anything that might prove Madison's innocence.
They didn't do it. That's not possible.
Coming up,
No DNA, no blood on Madison. Not on his clothes, not on his hands.
If Madison had committed this crime, he shot both his parents at pretty close range.
Right?
He'd have some blood on it.
He'd have some forensic evidence.
a former FBI agent joins the case
This is the same make and model of gun.
Same makers for 380. Coat.
with some intriguing detective work about the shooting. When Dateline continues.
When we started Carvana, they told us that selling cars 100% online wouldn't work. But we went to work, building an experience that lets you shop over 17,000 cars from home, creating a coast-to-coast network to deliver your car as soon as tomorrow, recruiting an army of customer advocates to make your experience incredible, and putting you in control of the whole thing with powerful technology. That's why we've become the nation's fastest growing retailer, because our customers love it. See for yourself at Carvana.com.
My husband and I have never eaten healthier.
Shingles doesn't care. I logged 10,000 steps today. Shingles doesn't care.
I get as much fresh air as possible.
Good for you, but Shingles doesn't care. Because 1 in 3 people will get shingles. You need protection. But no matter how healthy you feel, your immune system declines as you age, increasing your risk from getting shingles. So what can protect you? Shingrix protects. For the first time ever, you can protect yourself from shingles with a vaccine proven to be over 90% effective. Shingrix is a vaccine used to prevent shingles in adults 50 years and older. Shingrix does not protect everyone and is not for those with severe allergic reactions to its ingredients or to a previous dose. The most common common side effects are pain, redness, and swelling at the injection site, muscle pain, tiredness, headache, shivering, fever, and upset stomach. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about protecting yourself with Shingrix. Shingles doesn't care. Shingrix protects.
Get back to you again. Shed those newfound pounds with Slim Fast. Use our app. Make it easy. Grab a friend. Make it fun. Let's Slim Fast together. Give us a week. Take off the weight. Keep it off. Text together to 44123 to download the free app.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
In India, Life Alert's 3 emergency systems help you be summoned immediately, and batteries never need charging.
I was having a stroke, and I was stuck.
If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today. Life Alert is a lifesaver. My husband is alive because of Life Alert. Life Alert is the lifesaver to keep me out of assisted living.
Life Alert saves a life every 11 minutes.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-451-1921. That's 1-800-451-1921. Call now, 1-800-451-1921.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker and is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Two life sentences is a long time for anyone. When you're 17, it's unthinkable. Behind bars, Madison Holton prayed for the light at the end of the tunnel. And in December 2017,
My wife and I were able to eventually bond him out of jail after a year and 3 or 4 months.
Where'd you get the money for Madison?
My wife and I took out a loan. That was still paying for it. After 15 months and 7 days, the guard said, "Today's your lucky day, pack it up."
Madison was out, but far from free. Now he was prepping for a murder trial with the help of his twin uncles. His Uncle Mike discovered information critical to Madison's defense when he went through Madison's dad's autopsy report.
Michael Holton was under the influence of heavy narcotics.
Michael Holton had a cocktail of tramadol, oxycodone, and hydrocodone in his system at the time of his death.
Was pretty much everybody in your family aware that Michael had a drug problem?
They were. It was something nobody wanted to talk about.
And it's an embarrassment.
Right. I mean, he was, at one point, he was the mayor of Galactic, the fire chief. He's the best paramedic I know. His drug problem got away from him and just down the hill he went.
Chris speculated that on the day of the shootings, Michael was using the latest problem with their son as a way to win April back.
It's an opportunity for Michael to say, look, you know, if the 2 of us were together, this probably wouldn't have happened.
She says it's too late for that conversation.
That ship has sailed, and I think at that point Michael just snapped. I think Michael killed April and then killed himself. I think Michael couldn't face the world knowing he killed his wife, and the only option left for him was to end his own life.
Mike learned Madison's dad might have thought about suicide in the past. It was right there in the pages of his diary. To April, he wrote, "I just can't go on knowing you were with somebody else. And it was either me or the both of us."
You read it, and it clearly indicates a person who is not in the right state of mind.
Madison's uncles shared their discoveries with his court-appointed attorney. And they worried. The family didn't have money for fancy experts or the things they would need to make a strong case. As his uncles stressed, Madison went to church. And that's where everything changed, in the form of Greg Biggs.
On Sunday afternoon, we had a prayer meeting. So to get your prayer partner, the pastor put our names in a hat and started drawing our names out. So drew my name out, and he drew Madison's name out.
Did you know Madison?
I had no idea. But I got to meet him that day. He was a nice kid. It was only a few days later, his Uncle Chris tells me, well, you know, he died for murder. I'm going, what? Madison?
Greg is a former FBI agent and state's attorney. He knew his way around a case file and offered to help. He says the impressions deputies